This week on AYL TV, we get a throwback episode as Curt and Jake got the chance to visit the UMC Motorsports Campus to satisfy their need for speed in the sand at the Whiskey Throttle Racing Nights. Then Will Oxley is taking a sunrise hike with stunning views with a well-known landscape photographer. And finally, we get an in-depth look at an iconic motorcycle ride down Highway 12.
Dude, look at that.
That's pretty awesome.
You think if I went and laid down, they'd jump over me?
Absolutely. For no rocks, this is pretty cool.
Right? Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Jake and this is Curt with Slick Rock Productions, and we are out at UMC for the Whiskey Throttle Race Nights.
Usually we're rock crawlers. This is a little out of our element, but we support everything UTV. We got some buddies racing. So let's watch this and see what it's all about.
So tonight we are Whiskey Throttle. We are hosting Whiskey Throttle Race Nights here at Utah Motorsports Campus. We started this as an idea last year to bring these races for really anybody to come out and race. A lot of people here, it's a large community, the side-by-side community is huge here, and there's not a lot of good opportunities for people to race. So we want to put this together, and so working with UMC over the last year, it's been good, and so we're just happy to put this on for the community. So it's really a big community event. I think for me, it's the kids. Seeing the little kids, whether, an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old racing in the 200s, or it's the 13 and 14-year-old teenagers that are racing in their full-size machines, because for us, the next generation is huge, right? And then lastly, it's kind of just people showing up, the community showing up, people we know, people we don't know, meeting new people. And so really it's just the community involvement and seeing the kids push that and really trying to help push that next generation. So it's pretty awesome. The track is a different animal, right? Trail rides are a blast. We love doing that. But you don't really get to push yourself or push the machine. And when you're doing it next to 3 other cars, it's intense. And so the whole purpose of this is not to have a winner. It's not to podium people. It's to get people out on a track and teach them to be better drivers, especially in a little crazier, fast-paced environment. So that's probably the biggest difference between this and the trails. Is just you're in side-by-side with 3 cars. Yes, you're racing, and yes, it's competitive, but it's really, at the end of the day, it's more for just helping everybody here become better drivers and really enjoy themselves. So we run what we call is kind of brung what you rung kind of idea. So we do have different age groups. So we have like 200cc and below for like the kids, right? So we don't really set an age limit. It's kind of based on size and kind of what they're comfortable doing. So we have kids 200cc and below, and that's the kids class. We have a teenager class, so really anywhere in that 12 to 16 age, 16 age range, and so they'll race each other on the track, and then after that, it's just all of us old guys, full-size cars. The young kids, they are the grade school, and then the teenagers are what we call the futures, and then other us, we're just all super seniors and old people. So we've had 3 races so far. That's our 3rd one. Our last one, our grand finale, is October 11th here. So we got some fun things planned for the community and just for the races and kind of make it really entertaining and have a good time. So we're hoping everyone comes out of the October 11th event because it's gonna be a good time. It'll be the last one for the year. And then our plan is to come back next year and try and get this set up and do it even bigger and better next year.
Some of these guys are super fast. This is definitely worth coming and watching. And the kids were just adorable. They're so into it. While I watch the rest of these races, check out this story.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
The only thing that makes a brilliant landscape shot even better is the first light of the day. Professional photographer Johnny Adolphoson thrives in these times in between. Those few precious moments when the shadows disappear under the glint of golden sunlight.
We're out shooting a sunrise with Mount Timpanogos. We're up above Cascade Springs, kind of at the high saddle between Cascade Springs and Soldier Hollow, where they had the 2002 Winter Olympics. And we're shooting the first light on Mount Timpanogos with these amazing red maples out here today. Late September is always an incredible time in the Wasatch Mountains to shoot the maples in the fall color, especially here in the Wasatch Back. These maples turn red before the aspens go, and it's really spectacular. I've shot this scene countless times at the first light in the back of Timp, and it just never gets old. It's always an experience every time. It's always kind of a symbolic mountain, really just an incredible, iconic scene that a lot of folks here in Utah can relate with. I'm a professional landscape photographer. I sell fine art photography prints for a living. My wife Sherry and I, it's a small business we run together. I started selling my work in 2011, just a side job, and over the years it's progressed into what's now a full-time career for both of us in a small business we run. I spent 5 years working out in the desert Southwest as a photography guide and a workshop instructor, and that was kind of huge. And then a couple years ago, we got to the point where my wife and I were getting busy enough with our art business that we went full-time into that, and it's been super rewarding to work for ourselves and to bring the beauty of Utah into people's homes through our fine art prints.
The climate affects not only when the leaves begin to change color, but also the intensity and longevity of the reds, oranges, and yellows. During years of drought, the colors will appear more faded. Thankfully, Utah's dry summer was capped off by rain showers this year, which helped to produce these vibrant colors. As the reds of the maples begin to fade and fall, the golden yellows of the aspen leaves will dominate the landscape just before the monochrome of ice and snow envelop the mountain until next spring.
Chase the good light, get out there and shoot. You know, they always say it's not the car, it's the driver. And, you know, first just take whatever camera you have, even if it's your phone, and get out and shoot. The best light is always within sunrise, either a half hour before or half hour after sunrise or sunset. So work those golden hour moments. Just grateful for these views and these experiences in this wilderness, in this open land we still have, in public land we have in Utah. I can go 15, 20 minutes in any direction from my home in Heber City and find views like this. And then to live in the mountains and then have the desert just 3 hours away. We're super fortunate here in Utah to have this mix of mountains and desert. You really don't get that combination in a lot of other places. We're super fortunate to have views like this and access to land here in our state, and really grateful. Like this morning, a hike in the dark, or an ATV ride, or a long effort to get into these spots just for that 1 or 2 minutes of golden light. But that's really what it's all about for me. People often ask me, and they say, what's your favorite shot ever? And I'm usually like, well, it's the one I just shot in that amazing light this morning or last night. And that's kind of the reason behind all this. It's those moments. It's those glorious moments when everything works out just right, the light, the composition, and it's an incredible feeling. It always keeps me coming back for more.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. So we're out here walking around the pits, and we bump into a great buddy of ours, Jacob Versi. This guy is a professional racer. We go back a long way.
Yeah, long time.
We have shared a lot of trails together. We've done a lot of rock crawling together.
Yep.
We haven't done a lot of racing together because this is your world, not my world.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you out to King of the Hammers, but it hasn't happened yet.
And it's on my bucket list. I'm going to make it one of these fun.
Yeah, no, it's a good one.
I want to come out. I want to compete in that for sure. But this is a super cool event. How many times have you been out here?
This is the third race that they've done this year. I just wanted to come out and support the grassroots racing. The Whiskey Throttle guys are awesome. Their whole crew, they're really just trying to help people get into racing. It's a super steep entry level price-wise to get into racing, and this gives you, a very affordable way to come have fun, get your toes wet, and see what it's all about, and see how much fun you can have doing it.
Now, this isn't professional bracket racing here, right? This is a little different level. Is this kind of anybody can come race?
Yeah, this is grudge race, grassroots racing. So there's no money involved. It's just for fun to come out and help people see what it's all about, get your toes wet in racing, and I'm just trying to set a good example of how to do it right.
Gotcha.
Being a professional racer, I'm a little bit overgunned here, but it's really fun coming out and setting a good example, having all the proper safety gear, having a car that's set up proper. and really like just seeing the enthusiasm of everybody coming up in racing is really a lot of fun. I try to be a good example of who to be, you know, in racing. So it's a super good time.
I can vouch for that. I've known you for a long time, brother. And I've watched you literally tour around the country, in other countries on top of that.
Yeah.
And you always have that same motive with you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you are just a stand-up guy. You're a great guy and
Well,
a great
you.
ambassador for the UTV
Thank
community.
you.
I'm super happy to bump into you here. I want to know about your car a little bit. We obviously set up rock crawlers.
Yep.
You got to set your car up a lot differently than we do to perform like this,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So what do you change? What's the difference in your?
So on like a full-blown professional race car, obviously your safety items are first. So roll cage, non-opening doors, and then you have all your fire suppression equipment, and then window nets, 5-point seat belt, a seat that's mounted in with like metal brackets. So first and foremost is safety. Second on that is strength items. So skid plate, you know, radius rod, steering, suspension arms, wheels, tires.
Right.
And really in professional desert racing, reliability is what really wins races on top of a good driver.
If you don't podium and you don't win, you don't want to be because of the car.
Correct. Yep.
Don't want to have a fail point that.
100%.
There's a lot of great people in this industry.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't see you enough. I don't see you as much as I used to,
Right.
but it's super good to bump into you here. I wish you all the luck tonight. I hope you win this thing because we'll certainly be pulling for you.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
So for all you guys that want to come out and you want to dip a toe into this is a good place to be. This is a great guy to look up to and to pick his ear if you happen to bump into him. He knows a
Absolutely.
lot about this industry.
Yep.
And we'll be right back with AYL.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're out here at the Whiskey Throttle Race Nights at UMC. And whether you're coming out here to participate or spectate, it is a good time. And I know this guy's thinking about participating.
You know, I like racing. I always have. We're rock crawlers by heart. But hey, we have some fast cars. They told us we can put a portal class together. So I think we'll invite a bunch of our buddies for the next one and come see what this is all about ourselves.
Racing, I think 2 years ago, I believe. One of our buddies was like, hey, you should jump in on my car, and so I did. Jumped in his 4-seat Can-Am, and I got hooked immediately. I was like, okay, this is fun. And I've always been intrigued to race. I grew up snowmobiling, and so that was kind of more my scene. And then when I got married, then we started doing the dirt bike thing, and then now it's the side-by-side. So a little bit of everything, but I think I saw my first snowmobile race and was super intrigued, but never got into it until a couple years ago. It's really, in my opinion, the safest to race in just because you are protected. Like dirt bikes, you're not. It's you hitting the ground. Snowmobiling, again, no cage to protect you. So it's nice to have that protection, and especially when I have a family. I have 2 little kids, you know, a husband, family to make sure that I'm coming home to after I race. It's an adrenaline rush. Nervous, very nervous beforehand, but my mom threw me on a snowmobile when I was 8 years old by myself and was like, you're riding this snowmobile out of here. And she just had always pushed us to do things even though we were scared to do it. So yeah, nerves are part of it, but when you're in it, it's just like a straight adrenaline, and I'm very competitive too, so that plays into the racing. And yeah, it's just fun. It's a lot of fun. Even if you're dead last, it's still fun. I get on my dirt bike as often as I can. It is a little bit harder because we have 2 little ones, but I did a desert race, like a 40-mile this spring for my first time. So I am definitely open to doing that one again, but I love the side-by-sides. It's really fun. And again, more protection. Everyone's out here is nervous in some way, shape, or form. Like, you have to start somewhere, so this is like the place to do it because there's a lot of newbies out here. There's also a lot of really good drivers that race professionally, but everyone's great. The camaraderie and just like the people out here make it worth it.
addition to the races, they've got this great vendor area set up where you can grab some merchandise, some other goods, or you can grab some food. And I'm gonna do that. And while I grab some food, check out this next story.
Every year, riders from all over Utah and beyond come together, united by the open road and a shared mission.
This is the Red, White, and Road ride.
Well, this is a ride that's sponsored by At Your Leisure and Stedman's Recreation.
We do it every year, and it's a lot of fun. We have great support with it and everything. And I just love to go for a good motorcycle ride.
Most of us have been here since the beginning.
It's a beautiful area to go for a motorcycle ride. It doesn't take you a week to do it or anything, it just takes a weekend.
It's not just a ride, it's a tribute, a celebration, and a reminder of what it means to be part of something bigger.
We do it every year around 9/11 just to commemorate that anniversary and any wounded warriors so that we can remember those who have served our country and served us as people.
We try to hit it on that closest weekend, and gosh, it's about the perfect time of year, weather-wise.
With clear skies and comfortable weather, the riders are set to experience Utah's stunning landscape in its finest season. From sweeping canyons to narrow ridge passes, every stretch of this ride offers a new perspective.
I like going over the Grand Staircase the best. It's real nice on a bike.
There's this part where it's really, really narrow, and there's just gorgeous rock formations on both sides, and it's really hard for me not to drive off the road because it's so pretty and I want to look at everything, but I also want to make sure we're safe.
That's the best part of the whole ride is going over Hog's Back and seeing that beautiful canyon, and then you go over Boulder Mountain and then down into Torrey, and it's A, it's spectacular riding, and B, the scenery is almost unmatched.
That's my favorite part. Probably the last 50 miles is, I think, the prettiest part.
After a long day on the road, nothing beats a hot meal. Eat a Burger is serving up a piece of nostalgia, a perfect way to wind down after a rewarding ride.
It's been really nice because, you know, for years I've kind of had to come back and help get dinner ready and do all that, and this time we have to eat a burger here at a food truck. So we just walk up, make an order, and they hand you this marvelous cheeseburger, so that's hard to go wrong with that.
Our burgers are fantastic burgers. Everything is exactly the same as it was back in 1986 when it was created. We have the same original menu. We do grilled chicken sandwiches, teriyaki and a lemon. It comes with cucumbers and sprouts. No one makes it like that. Yeah, we have fresh cut fries. They're the best in Utah, in my opinion. So my dad passed away 3 years ago, and he was involved with me. We had 4 stores, and we honor him with the 57 Chevy that's on the food truck. So that was what he had back in the day.
By the end of the day, it's clear that this ride isn't just about the destination. It's about the connections made along the way, the memories shared, and the freedom found in every twist and turn.
Something I was thinking about while going on the winding roads, I'm following my 81-year-old grandpa, and he is just cruising with the rest of us, and it just made me think there's a lot of people out there that reach their 50s, 60s, or whatever age, and say, oh, I'm too old to get out in the outdoors. I'm too old to get on a dirt bike or a motorcycle or side-by-side or anything, really. But he's just proof that nobody's too old. You're still able to get out there. You're still able to have fun. Don't be afraid to, just because of your age.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and it's a real ride. You get out there, I mean, we rode like 250 miles, so it's not like, you know, you're gonna go 10 miles an hour down State Street. You know, we're really getting out there and going and having a good time. In this country, we talk about being free, and to me, there's nothing more free than riding my motorcycle. You know, when I'm pushing it through the corners and really enjoying what that bike can do, you know, you're challenging yourself to ride it, and to me, that's what makes it so much fun.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. This has been a great night out here at the Whiskey Throttle Race Nights. We've had a really good time. This is really entertaining. The next one is on October 11th. If you want to get on, the website's below. You can check it out. You can register online if you want to come out and race or you want to spectate. And remember, children 15 and under are free.
Yeah, and it looks like these races are going to go well into the night, so we're going to go watch that. And while we do that, you check out next week's show.
Next week, Tanya and I are joining Scott Phillips as we're headed back to Moab to join a real-life legend on the trail, Dan Mick, on one of his favorite trails, Hell's Revenge. Then we're meeting up with the folks at Compassion Mobility to help them celebrate their 4th anniversary of all they do as a great organization to help our disabled community enjoy the trails. Now let's take a look at our calendar of events. First up, Easter Jeep Safari is going down right now and goes until Easter Sunday on April 20th in Moab, Utah. This is the best way to experience amazing rock crawling on the best terrain in the world. Then the Boise Off-Road and Outdoor Expo is happening on April 25th and 26th. This is going to be Boise's biggest off-road expo yet, and we hope to see you there. And finally, June 12th through the 14th, the Slick Rock guys are getting back to Moab for the Moab Red Rock Rally, hosted by Slick Rock Productions and UTV Utah. This is sure to be one of the premier side-by-side rallies of the summer, so be sure to come down and check it out. Now let's take a look at this week's contest winner. This week's contest winner was submitted to us via email by Andy Kutka, and it looks like Andy is the lucky winner of an EasyFlate Air Boost portable air compressor. EasyFlate offers the best portable compressors to help you tackle all of your air inflation needs. Visit easyflate.com for more information. Congratulations, Andy, and be sure to message us on Facebook, email us at socialmedia@ayltv.com, or leave us a voicemail at 801-947-8888 within the next 2 weeks to claim your prize.
We've had a great night out here at Whiskey Throttle Motorsports and the race nights. We're coming out here. Remember, the next race is October 11th, and we're going to bring some portal cars out here and race with these guys. Remember, life's an adventure. You just got to go out and find it.
At your leisure!
Thank you very much, you guys. Appreciate it immensely.
Hey, let me know if you need my account number, my routing number for the royalties, okay?
Done deal.